Hello and welcome to Pass the Turn. This is another discussion or in limbo episode because today is a Tuesday. And if you've tuned into the channel before, you'd realise or know this already that on Tuesday, tabletop stuff should be happening. But it's not. I'm sorry. I'm out of sync. It's been a bank holiday weekend here in England, and when a bank holiday weekend comes around, you try and make the most of it. Because you want to take yourself out of the fucking shit reality that we live in of working a 9-to-5 job while trying to maintain some form of social life and hobbies on the side. So when a bank holiday comes around, you forget everything and just live it up as much as you can. And therefore things are left on the back burner, such as Tabletop Tuesdays. However, there is a saving grace in the sense that we have just got Premiere Pro Adobe, which means that we're going to be able to edit all of our videos in more of a professional manner and hopefully bring you better filmmaking and production quality to our videos. Because if you haven't known so already, we were using a free open source software called Shotcut, which should be called Shitcut really, because it just keeps fucking freezing on you when you've got loads of clips in the timeline. So it's really fucking annoying and really awful to fucking get things done. So finally took the plunge and got Adobe Premiere Pro. So hopefully you will see some awesome editing and more of a professional vibe coming from Pass the Turn. So today's episode is just really a bit of a discussion on one of my favourite planeswalkers that came in the recent War of the Sparks set, and that is Ugin The Ineffable. So ineffable, what does that mean? It means too great or extreme to be expressed or described in words. Ugin, the too great or extreme to be expressed or described in words. So an almost elegant vibe to ineffable. But Ugin is a great card. So he costs 6 colourless mana to bring out, so you can cast him for whatever colours you've got on the table. So you don't have to worry about having your mana fixed, you can just bring him out. So comes in with 4 loyalty, and he has an emblem effect. So as long as he's on the board, he's like an enchantment, which does colourless spells you cast cost 2 less to cast. So they cost 2 colourless less to cast, which is great because it helps out all the Eldrazi cards, it helps out all of your artifact cards for Tron, it also helps out all of your devoid cards, which are devoid of colour. So this works really, really well in my Damia Sage of Stone removal or destroy permanents deck, because a lot of my destroy permanent cards come from either devoid spells or artifacts. So this guy helps it out in that sense. His +1 is exile the top card of your library, face down, and take a peek at it. And then create a 2/2 colourless spirit creature token. And when that creature leaves the battlefield, you put the exiled card into your hand. So you basically turn that card into a creature. When that creature dies, you put that card into your hand, which is great because it brings an element of insight to the Planeswalker. So it gives you a peek about what is coming or what is potentially available to you when that creature dies, which is great. And it also protects Ugin because it creates a 2/2 spirit, which is really, really good. And obviously his -3, being Ugin, is destroy target permanent that's 1 or more colours. I mean, it's not really Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Ugin the Spirit Dragon is ridiculous. Ugin the Ineffable is just cool. But this is definitely my favourite Planeswalker out of the War of the Sparks set, just because he really does ramp me in a sense that I can cast horrible colourless things in my Damia deck. And Damia is all about big, huge spells, disruption, and destroying other people's permanents, and exiling things. And Damia is just probably going to be one of my favourite decks. You haven't actually seen it on the channel yet, but it's going to be featuring in a 2-headed giant video, so make sure you keep an eye on that as well. But yeah, I mean, Ugin works with loads of different things. Let me just have a look at colourless spells. So colourless is an object, a card, or a spell with no coloured mana symbols in their mana costs. So most artifacts are colourless, and creatures like Eldrazi and some non-permanents like Ghostfire. Karn is a colourless planeswalker as well. But yeah, Ugin is an awesome card. I think it's vastly underrated. When this first came out, One of my friends, Josh, which you would have seen on the channel at some point, the co-host, was very much looking forward to seeing what Ugin would be in the War of the Spark set, because obviously we knew he was in there because we saw the stained glass window of Ugin's portrait. And Ugin is, you know, renowned for being a fucking ridiculously good card. I mean, Ugin the Spirit Dragon is £50 worth of ridiculousness, and this guy's like a fiver. So pick him up while you can. He's really good. I think he's going to go up in value as well. But don't listen to me, I don't have a fucking clue what I'm talking about. But Ugin, yeah, really, really good. I highly recommend you go and get it as soon as possible. I can't remember what I was saying. Yeah, so my friend was really, really interested in seeing what Ugin was going to be. He was a little bit disappointed. He sort of summed up that it would do really, really well in his colourless Eldrazi Tron deck, because obviously the colourless spells cost you 2 less. But apart from that, you know, creating a creature which allows you to put a card into your hand and destroying a permanent, not as good as the Spirit Dragon. However, I think upon using it and reviewing it and, you know, seeing it in different situations, I think it's really, really good. And I just thought I would share with you guys one of my favourite planeswalkers from the set. My other favourite is Kiora, the Behemoth Beckoner, which is awesome. It's in my Leviathan, Kraken, Octopus, Serpent deck, because pretty much every creature is going to be drawing me an extra card if Kiora is out, and it allows me to untap a target permanent, which is also really, really good. But this video isn't about Kiora, that's just my other favourite from the set. But Ugin is fantastic, and I'm not really about dragons. You know, I know other players that do dragons and dragons and dragons and dragons and dragons and dragons and Sarkhan better, but this one is definitely one of my favourites. But if you like the videos, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and just keep up to date with what we're doing, because there's going to be a lot of changes, both structurally and production-wise, on Pass the Turn. There's a lot of stuff going to be changing on the channel with regards to the format of how we film things, and I'm filming on a tripod right now, which I've never had before. And yeah, just the general production quality of the video as a result of Premiere Pro now being the editing software of choice should be a lot better going forward. So make sure you like and subscribe and click that bell button if you want to be notified of all of our geeky content here on the channel. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Sorry about it's not Tabletop Tuesdays today. Just thought I'd do a very, very quick video on Ugin. But it's now 10:30, so I need to get this video out now. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.